Well, hello. We're at it again, folks. We're at it again. Well, I had on some lipstick, but I guess I ate it all off. What can I say? We'll give it a few minutes and see if anybody comes in tonight. Checks out our story. I'm munching on some chips, guys, because I'm starving. It's been a week, y'all. It's been a big week. Let's see what's going on out here in the world. We don't have a soul in here yet, I don't guess. Well, it's just you and me. Laptop. Oh, there's Christy Betts. Hey, Christy. We got somebody popped in. Thank goodness. Guys, it has been a heck of a week. And there's Paul Honeyman. Hello, Paul. How are you? Great to see you in here. Yeah, we have been rolling this week. And there's Miss McElroy. Hello, hello. Yeah, we've been rolling. We went to, had all the stuff we had to do this past week. And then we had to rush over to Savannah for the Soil Family Expo. Had a great time over there. Met so many people that I have not met before. Channels, some of the channels and all. Let's see who else. There's Rhonda Dotson. Hey, Rhonda. Jovita. Hey, Jovita. Yeah, we got in with them. Got up with a bunch of them. We had a great time. We went to Jim and Nick's barbecue and met there. And it was so loud in there with all us YouTubers jabbing and carrying on and talking about our channels with each other and all. We couldn't hear ourselves think. I don't know how the waitresses got our orders right. They were just lucky, I guess. Yeah, we had a wonderful time, though. Boy, the traffic was horrific over there, though. Missy McElroy. I don't know if I've seen you in here before. If I have, I'm sorry. And if not, thanks for coming in. It's good to see you. Yeah, we went over. Got to see a bunch of different channels. I'll name some of them here in a few minutes. We went downtown and looked. We rode over to Tybee Island and saw everything else. Oh, she says she's new. Well, I'm glad to have you in here. I hope you enjoy some of what you see on my channel. And I'm warning you now, I am not that good at editing, so just try your best to look over it. Christy, I don't either. That the weather was good, but it was super hot. We went to the citrus growers thing there Friday morning. Oh, it was so nice. The gnats were horrible. They felt like they could tote you off. They were hitting your face. I was constantly batting them out of my eyes. But oh man, they were just full of information there. And that's all they had was citrus plants. There were no other plants there. Although Havita, I did change that. I don't know how I clicked on there and it did not let me. I was trying to do it at the motel and Joey was trying to sleep, so I was trying to be quiet and do it, and I just clicked the wrong button, I guess, and must have put it for kids. And I went back and changed it because my friend Goldpan and Suntan, he contacted me and told me that he couldn't leave a comment, so he left it on another video for me to get. Which was pretty darn smart, even though they've got my phone number. Anyway, let's see. I shouldn't be into trafficking either. I know it. Gosh, man, there's obviously a big market for that down there, because there were signs everywhere you went. They were saying, watch for unusual signs, head signals. I mean, it was just unbelievable over there. trying to sleep. How dare he? I know that's right. And he even said, I thought you were going to be through 30 minutes ago. I said, well, I thought I was too, but I left one out. So I had to go back and put it in. I knew there was something that was missing whenever I started replaying it, but I couldn't figure it out. So I went back looking, and there it was. Let's see. Chrissy said you don't like that kind either, Paul, but I don't like the car traffic. Man, it was horrible, and they were doing a lot of road work there. I guess adding more lanes or widening the lanes or something through there. Maybe where it was only 2 lane, making it 4 lane or whatever. So it was, and there was like 6 lanes of traffic across there between the 2 lanes, so already. So, it was a mess. Let's see. Okay, Havita. I think I've got it fixed. Let's see. Yep, we got that going. I went over to the actual expo there on Saturday. Had a great time. They had it at the it was a children's museum, but they had a historic depot there, and got a pamphlet here on it. Let's see if this is it. I thought I had it. Yeah, here it is. It is Historical Museum. And if you guys have not seen this and you live in the area, you should go check it out. It was amazing, all the information they had. I tried to do some videoing. I hope it comes out. If it didn't, I'm sorry, guys. You know how my GoPro sometimes it gets off where it'll play for a minute and then record for a second and then cut off. And if I don't notice it, I don't know what's going on. So I guess I'm going to have to try to do better and get another one. But that's just the way it goes. Oh, Lordy. Yes, Joey was not a happy camper about that. But we really enjoyed the train expo thing there, train museum there at the expo. It was great. They even had a little train you could ride, but we didn't end up riding it, guys. Now we met a lot of different people there. They had a lot of area that was under construction also over there, but there was a company there that did the relight, and they gave the group, everybody that was over there for the soil expo, a whole ton of this to use during the day, and it was great. I really enjoyed the kids kind, the berry flavored, and this one is berry flavored. Let me see. It is, it just says mixer berry. Anyway, I really liked it, but then they had other kinds. But we met so many different channels over there. Vivian Evening Star, and she was there with some of her products and talking about her channel. We had 2 gifted hands. If I can figure out how to put it up here. We're there. Met my granny's garden. Super nice lady. Here's Miss T with a T. She was a super nice lady. Had her daughters there. Here's Pescatarian Gardener. Super nice people. No, she's the lady that had her kids there. Miss T with a T, she had her niece, I believe, with her. And let's see who else was there. This company, Real Salt, Redmond Real Salt, they also sponsored our group along with the Relight Company. And so that helped out a lot. The mayor of Savannah came to the Soil Expo, and I believe has gotten a lot of people going with a watermelon. Who's going to grow the most or best watermelons for this year? So that ought to be fun. Let's see. I also ended up getting a book that Bobby and Sherry have put up, Black's Tropical Homestead. If you've not seen it, their channel, check them out. They put on the Soil Expo every year along with other people, of course, but they are the main ones that really work so hard all year long to try to get that expo going, and they are super nice people. I you cannot beat, they can't meet strangers with them. I mean, they are just crazy, fun, and very, very intelligent. Both of them are. Let's see. Supposed to be get a cheap, well, blah, blah, blah. I already read that one. Let's say if I'm near my son, I get him to drive in the traffic. He's used to it. Driving in Atlanta. I know that's right. Well, I hate that traffic, boy. Atlanta's as bad as, yeah, it was about like Atlanta, guys, down there. Oh, thank you so much, Missy. I'm just country. That's all I can say. Southern country. Let's see. Georgia Peach. That's right. Oh, la, la, la. So I'm trying to keep up with them, guys, and talk to y'all and tell y'all what all we done. Friday night, let's see, that was Thursday night that we went to Nick and Jim and Nick's barbecue, and we had a little private room for everybody there. We all ate. The food was absolutely delicious. I mean, everybody was raving about how good the food was, guys. Joey and I both included. And then Friday night, they had a group. Hey, wait. Never late, baby. You just come on in here anytime. We did not go Friday night. They had a downtown there. They had a big deal. Everybody was a meet and greet and had dancing and everything, drinks and whatever going on downtown. We did not go to that. I ended up with a very upset stomach and did not make it. Couldn't get out of the potty. Terrible thing. I don't know if it was the food, the different food, or getting so hot out there at the citrus thing that morning or what. But anyway, you know how it goes. And then that was Friday night. And then Saturday morning, we made it over to the actual expo, saw all of that going on, talked to so many different channels. I did one of those 360 videos, whatever. I sent it to my granddaughter and I said, do I look stoned in this? She said, no, you look like a princess. I said, yeah, you're the one stoned, honey. Because it was awful. I looked just like I was just. It was so funny because it was slow motion and I was already trying to do my movement slow. So, because he said, you got to move now, you got to move. And so I'm trying to think of something to do. So I've got my hands out in the air and doing all kind of crazy things. Yep. Met Andale. I already knew Andale, had met her twice before. Super nice lady. Super nice lady. But we had a great, great time, guys. Everybody there was so friendly, so welcoming. I mean, you would not have known that we all came from different classes and different places all over the country. I mean, we had a lady there from Iowa that drove through that tornado and all that crap that was going on the week before to get down there. She drove down. We had couples from California, Kentucky. We met a super nice couple, and they were just coming to support us. I mean, they didn't even have channels, and they were there. There was quite a few that did not have channels that came just to meet people that were at the thing. But this couple was super, super nice, and we sat with them, and I enjoyed talking to them a lot. We have a lot in common. In fact, they do a lot of the same things, but she says she just doesn't have an interest in getting into the messing with the cameras and all. And I explained to her it really is a lot of work. People don't realize. But we got that done. My granddaughter kept all my animals alive. She said the first time she went up here to check on the babies, the littlest one had escaped from the pen. And she said she went around and found one spot that looked like that it might could have gotten out of. And she said she stuffed a piece of wood in that hole. It was at the bottom of the fence. She stuffed a piece of wood in it, and he didn't get out. The little lamb that's bottle feed didn't get out the rest of the time. But now she didn't want to unlock the gate because she was afraid she couldn't keep them in there because they're all over you when you're in there. She climbed over the fence every day and fed that little one, which I told her, I said, he'll stick his head through the fence and you just give him the bottle through it. But she didn't want to do that. And she had a couple of her friends that have kids came over, and they love that. They got to feed the baby lamb with a bottle. So anyway. Oh, well, dang, Christy. She didn't even like having her picture taken as a child. Well, you get used to it, I guess. But I'm telling you what, the having to move the cameras and try to get different angles and just do something different and try to get it all into one video that makes somewhat sense. And then trying to put music on it, and I'm not paying for extra music other than what I get with Fillmore, and so I get monetized, or I get points off for having the music. Then I have to contest it and claim, hey, they got this music off of Fillmore that, you know, I'm paying for it, blah, blah, blah. And then they'll redo it, but it's just a pain to have to do it. So I've started not putting much music on my videos, guys. So that's one reason I'm not doing that. Paul says him either. He hates getting his picture taken. Well, Bud, you wouldn't have liked it here, because I'm telling you what, my granddaughter, the one in the middle in the picture of this tonight, she's the one that's having a baby, guys, and we're going to be great grandparents. I'm so excited, so excited. Having a little boy. So we had to rush back home after the expo. Joey drove over the speed limit to get me back home so I would be there for the gender reveal, because we had it planned for Sunday, and we were going to get up early, go have breakfast, relax, and then just ease our way back home. Well, the storm hit here yesterday, last night, and this morning, so it was really rough. Thank you, Missy. Yeah, and so we were rushing to get back here by 4 o'clock yesterday evening, so we didn't get to go Saturday evening to the dinner that we had planned on going to, when the whole group of people were going to be there. But that's okay. I got to do both things, made it in there. Yeah, I am so excited. I'm so excited, guys. I don't know what to think. I'll be out buying crap from here to there, trying to get everything that little kid needs and try to save Haley some money, because I go to a lot of estate sales and things like that. And so maybe moving sales. So I'll try to pick up some things that she needs, and she won't have to pay so much money for it. I also had a Jenny Lynn baby bed up in the attic that I bought when Madison was a baby, and that was 25 years ago. And I'd stuffed it up in the attic. And so we climbed up there and got it, and it had been scuffed up a little bit, I guess, just being up in the attic so long. But anyway, I drug it out, and Haley took it home and cleaned it up, and then took some of those markers and colored in the little parts that were scuffed. And she's putting a new baby bed mattress with it, and so she's not going to have to buy a baby bed. So there you go, guys. That's one savings for her. You know, if you got anything you can do to save with these kids nowadays, you're lucky, because everything is outrageous. I mean, just absolutely. Yeah, the Jenny Lynn furniture was so pretty, and I had bought it back 25 years ago, and I said, well, it's supposed to be still up there, and I know I put it all up there. So anyway, a granddad in November, Paul. Wow, that's great. So I guess you are excited about that, maybe. Well, congratulations. She's having her baby in September, and it was really early for her to be to have a gender reveal. Most people don't know until they're at least 5 or 6 months along what the gender is on the baby, but she's having some complications, is why we have not told y'all until now. She's about 4 months. And so she didn't want us to tell it until, you know, they were pretty sure that things were going to go, you know, make it. So we are super excited about it, guys. I am. Joey's excited about it. So, you know, now that we're retired, we can spend more time with the little monster and spoil it to death. And we haven't had any little boys here, because Jacob was the only one. And then after Jacob was about 3, I guess, they started moving around everywhere with the military. And so that was the end of that. The other 2 boys, I just saw them once or twice a year. So didn't really get to experience the little boy thing. So we're excited about that. And I know Joey will have them out there wrenching tools when he's 6 months old, sucking on a socket or something, healing that to give him a little toy Harley or something. I can see Joey now. He'll be excited about that. Told her it was about time. Best dad in 1996 and best grandpa in 2025. Wow. That's so funny. Yep. It makes you wonder sometimes, don't it, Paul? But yeah, I'm so excited, and congratulations to you. So she doesn't know yet what she's going to have either. So hers is early on also. She's just found out she's pregnant. So we're really excited about that. Haley has her placenta is connected in a huge spot to her uterus. And so they're having to be real careful, none of the fun stuff here for the first few months and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, so they have had to be real careful, and it's still connected, but at least she's not bleeding or anything now. And so we're excited about it. Hopefully there won't be any more complications. They did tell her that she may have to have a C-section because of it, because, it can cause bleeding and injure the baby and her for that matter. But we are so excited about it, guys. I done told y'all that enough, hadn't I? So anyway, we got home, went out and checked all the critters, and got all that done. And then it set in to rain. Well, it was already drizzling when we got home. So I got everything out. I bought me a Harvey lemon, and it's supposed to be good down to about 19 or 20 degrees. So I'm going to actually plant it in the ground. And if it's going to be colder than that, I'll just make me a net that I can put over it or something, to kind of help support it or whatever. I bet you will be a good granddaddy, Paul. That little kid's going to be like Joey. Joey all kids just love him. I don't care. We can go to a restaurant and the kids will just look at him. I think they think he's Santa Claus with that old bushy beard he's got and all. Especially, a lot of little, in fact, one little kid did say, "Oh, Mama, Santa Claus." And I just cracked up laughing. I told Joey, I said, look at there. It's Santa Claus now, buddy. And Joey is he is a great babysitter, guys. And he doesn't matter. It doesn't bother him to have to change them diapers or anything else. He's very good with the kids. Oh, okay. So I didn't know you had an antique store, Christy. Let's see. So Joey won't mind if I'm off doing YouTube or whatever. He won't mind being the designated babysitter. And Haley has started a little job, started her own home cleaning business. And so we know we'll be watching the baby when she's doing her homes. And she said she wasn't going to get more than about 4 or 5 homes a week to do. That way she wouldn't be so busy, with the baby coming and all. Oh, you don't have one anymore, Chrissy. Okay. Yep. My mama raised me to take care of kids, and I started changing diapers when I was 8 years old. I understand that feeling. Well, Haley we just knew that Haley would be the one that any of the kids was going to get pregnant before they were, adults, that it would be her, because she has absolutely loved babies from the time she was born. And I mean, she would take care of them and look after them. And when she was 6 years old, she was babysitting. But I mean, her older sister was supposed to be babysitting. That was quite a few years older than her. But no, Haley was actually doing all the work. She would change them babies and burp them and look after them, and she just treated them just like they were hers. And she said she wanted to be a ER nurse in the NICU baby thing, until she went to the hospital and one of her friends had a baby that had a lot of complications, and it just absolutely tore poor Haley up. And that's when she changed her mind about being a nurse. Oh, look at there. There's Pettit Jean River Homestead. Hello. Hope to see y'all soon, guys. Yeah, dang. Yeah, we were just so excited. But Haley has she has been in the delivery room with I don't know how many people having babies. And she's just one of those people. She will make a wonderful mother. And I think Alex will be a good dad too. And I think they were super excited, guys. Super excited. It was your sister's diapers. I don't guess guess anybody thought you were changing yours at 8 years old, Paul. If it was, you were either real lazy or real slow. Oh, Lordy, Lordy. So anyway, we got home, guys, and everything here was alive. I got that. I also bought me a Pindu palm tree. You know, I had a huge one. Well, I had two huge ones, and one died. And then last year, my last one died. And it will take me forever for that. I've always been lazy. Yeah. Well, anyway, last year, there's Peter. Hey, Peter, old man King. Good, good, good. I'll be seeing you this weekend, won't I? Yeah, but back then it was cloth diapers. With Tanya, it was cloth diapers because she was allergic to something in the the little throwaway diapers. Dang it. You know, and that was in 79. So everybody else was using disposables. And here I was having to use them darn cloth diapers. And what a mess. Whew. Oh, Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. Yeah, but so I'll be leaving out tomorrow. Well, I've got everything, getting everything washed up, cleaned up, get ready to go again. Terry towel nappies. Yep. Yep. I agree. They soaked it up good. And you know, the ones that were shaped kind of like a triangle were real cool too. Can't hardly find those anymore. And the ones we had were those old fashioned cotton thin ones, you know, that had the thicker inside, you had to fold and all that stuff. But at least we had them, thank God. Just had to change them a million times a day. That was when we were young and didn't have a whole lot. So I insisted we had to get a washer and dryer then because you couldn't keep up with them darn things. I was having to go to the laundromat too often. So that's when we got our first washer and dryer, guys. But let's see. Leave getting midnight on Saturday morning. All right. All right. How far, how many miles or how long will it take you? I think I may have asked you before, Peter, how long a trip it will be. I'm going to leave Wednesday morning, hopefully by 9 o'clock, leaving out. I'll get the camper out tomorrow. I took a couple of things up there today that were staples, you know, things that I can just eat quick and easy. I think I'm going to take a bunch of eggs and make some deviled eggs for the one dinner that everybody's supposed to bring something at. I don't know yet. I may end up stopping and just buying something. Buying something would be easier, but wouldn't be as good, I imagine. Anyway, so we have been just flooding around here. I got that one, and I also got a Cara orange tree. I believe that's what it is. Cara orange tree, but I'll have to keep it in a container. So that's not a problem. I already keep my Meyer lemons in the container. And the guy there at the citrus said that if I can grow Meyer lemons, that I can definitely grow the other fruit because Meyers are about the worst ones to have. Okay, it's going to be, it's supposed to be a little under 8 hours, and you're planning on trying to get it in 10 hours. Yep. I'm going to leave here at 9, by 9, I'm hoping. And I'm hoping that I can drive straight through unless I just get absolutely so sleepy that I can't stand. I'm going to try not to eat a whole lot because I get sleepy once I eat. Hey, Bill. Hello, hello, hello to you also. Yeah, so I am going to leave out then. Hopefully, I will get up there Wednesday night. If not, it will be early Thursday morning. And I'm going to be camping. How do you plant seedless lemons? You know, some of these lemons do not have a whole lot of seeds. There are quite a few that have just a few seeds in them. And so it's really hard. We're going to try grafting some of these off of this Harvey lemon and see how they do a little later on. Maybe not grafting, but air cloning or whatever. I don't know. I did a video on it, guys, but I can't remember exactly what they call it. I think it's called air cloning, but anyway, but we're going to try our best. Let's see, brought some seedless lemons and she loves them. Okay. There are quite a few of them layering, hair layering. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Christy. Oh, and I finally got my seeds from Jennifer. And so I'll be trying to get that out next week, guys. I'm not even going to mess with it until I get back because I won't be here to keep them sprinkled or watered or whatever's going on. So I'm just going to wait and do that probably next week, guys. My granddaughter left me instructions to look after her plants because she knows her mom will kill them while she's out of town. She's gone back to the Outer Banks to work for 3 weeks to do some training, guys. You have 3 lemon trees growing in your cabin. Had 4, but it turns out if you don't water them for a month, they seem to die. Yeah, they do tend to. You know, if you'd have kept watering that one that died, it might would have come back as long as the roots were still good. I had that happen. Yeah, Jennifer Ocean Homestead. I had that happen, guys, with my olive trees. It wasn't that I did not water mine. They froze. And I lost every one of my olive trees, but I have one that has come back from the roots. And I've not trimmed it up yet, but I'm going to this year and trim it up. And I'm just going to leave 2 of the bigger branches going. I have not gotten your seeds yet, Paul. But now I did get the ones that Jennifer sent today. Growing citrus in Alaska would be a challenge, I would imagine. He's got to be able to keep the sun or some kind of lights on them so they'll get the proper amount of light and all that stuff. I have an aquarium light that sometimes when I'm starting plants, I'll just have that aquarium light, and it has both of the lights on it, just like plant lights, and I use it. It's a big, long one, about 4 foot, 4.5 foot anyway. So I do that. Oh, no. Oh, bad. Too bad, Bill. I hate that. You don't know what types are they. I know those Meyer lemons. I didn't realize it, but the citrus grower down there, he said the Meyer lemons were the hardest ones to grow. South-facing window. That's right. That's right. And also, Bill, they said that if you want your tree to put out a lot of fruit, you need to keep the blooms. Do not let it fruit for the first 3 years of its life. Now, I did not know that, but that's maybe why I don't get but about 20 or so lemons off of my trees every year. So with this 2 that I've gotten now, I'm going to make darn sure that I keep the buds picked off of them and let the root system grow, because they said it will produce fruit according to the size of your root system. And if you want them to have a real good root system and good stock, you have got to have like the bottom of a 55-gallon drum, something almost that big around to let them make it in. About 5 years old. Well, you know, I have a orange tree that I did that with. I growed it from some oranges that were really good, and I was hoping I'd get some kind of orange fruit, but I have not gotten any yet. I was going to give up on them and just say to heck with it. But the dang thing come back, and I left it out all winter. I didn't even attempt to do anything. I just left that sucker sitting out there, and it's got leaves on it this year. So, I mean, it's in a pot, but I guess if it made it all this winter, I'll just plant the darn thing. And I have 2 avocado trees, Christy, that I'm growing from seed. I don't know if they will ever make it big enough to produce anything, but I am trying my best to get them going. I do have the pomegranate. I have a pomegranate tree, but of course, you know, I planted it from seed also, and I think it takes quite a while for them to grow and produce, quite a few years, in fact. But yeah, I would love to have one of those little patio or garden avocado trees. And the patio, there's several patio oranges and patio lemons too that I don't have, that I've thought about getting just for that purpose, you know, because that way you would know they were going to be container items all the time. But anyway. But we had a wonderful time out there. I'd never been to Tybee Island. So I really enjoyed the Tybee Island. Oh, wow. So he grew up with grandmother that had an avocado orchard, and we had them all year round. That would be nice. That way, I love avocados, guys. I love avocados. Just eating them just like they are sliced. I like them made into like an avocado salad and stuff. And they're really, really good for you too. The oils in them are fantastic. So that would be wonderful, Bobby. But it was fun just to go and see everything, see what was going on down there, meeting all the new channels out there. Wow, Paul, you've never had an avocado. Yeah, my husband doesn't like them, or he doesn't like the avocado dip, like they put in Mexican restaurants have. I like it, so I always have it, and sometimes I'll share him something. He'll say, "Get all that old green stuff off there." Oh, but he doesn't like sour cream or anything like that either. But Paul, you would probably like it if you tried it. Yeah, as soon as I get back though, I've got my seeds and I've got to get them all going. I'm excited about that. Got quite the guacamole. I'm going to try my best to get them all planted, maybe get them started. I'm also going to try to get some more of those huge sunflower seeds that I did last year. I've got a gallon baggie of seeds left for my sunflowers last year. And I never did put out the video of where I saved those seeds, dried them and saved the seeds, but I'll try to do one this year, guys. I also got dried my elderberry seeds and never put that out because I didn't have enough to make a whole video, and I just was going to put it in with something else and just never did get around to it. But I may eventually get around to it. I don't know. Just put it in with something. But anyway, it'll be elderberry season. They'll be blooming here in another few weeks. And so I'll get some more, and I guess we'll add to it and just make the video longer. Anyway. Okay, said he will find the best ones for you, Paul, if you ever make it across the creek, across the ocean, jump the pond or whatever. Yeah. Oh, yeah, my nose is itching. Does that mean somebody's coming to see you or somebody's talking about you? I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, we had a wonderful time, met a lot of new channels. And this real salt guy from Redmond Salt, it is really good. It tastes a lot different. If you're tasting the difference between it and Morton salt, you will be shocked at the difference in it. And it is all natural. It has a lot more minerals in it than the regular Morton salt does. Let's see. Jesus, my cat just was attacked. Pray I can get him to think he's under the like he's under the camper. Uh-oh, bless your heart, Chrissy. Ears are burning as someone's talking about you. So when your nose is itching, somebody is either coming to see you or what, I don't know. But I've always heard the one of the two. Yeah, when somebody's talking about you, your ears, that's right. So it must be somebody's being nosy and gonna come see you or something anyway. Yeah, I hope your cat makes it back in, Christy. Oh no. Oh no, may have been a coyote. Hope your cat's okay, Christy. Bless your heart. Your dogs must have been inside. Dang, that's terrible. That was really terrible. Yeah, around here, the coyotes get so loud at night that it'll scare you. I mean, it feels like they're right up on you. I've ridden horses back years ago, and we were riding down on a creek, and you could just see the eyes glowing around you, and that's scary. Have those horses nervous and snatching their heads and stuff, and you better be hanging on with them legs in case they decide to jump out from under you from it. The worst chance that I ever had doing that, guys, Yeah, you're probably right, Jovita. Probably he'll come out once he feels safe. Uh, as long as the doesn't nothing come under I might would let my dogs out and let them, or one of them anyway, to kind of protect him if they're protective of him. But yeah, we whew, yeah, the hardest one is there was a guy that raised wolves, and he bred them to dogs. I guess German shepherds is what it looked like. And so they were the wolf dog breed. And anyway, those darn things, he had them on big, huge chains. And we were riding horses down through there. And I rode by there during the day before. But this particular night, it was pouring rain. I mean, you could not see the head of the horse in front of you. Not the horse in front, your own horse's head. And you're sitting on the saddle. You couldn't see his head. That's how hard it was raining. And we were just all flooded. And can hear them right now. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a very unnerving when you hear them and they sound like they're right up on you like that. Yeah, we have these creeks, one behind me, and then the big Lone Cane Creek beside me over here, and then down below me there is, and none of this water's on my property. Dang it! There's something called the Little River, and it's about like a stream, but it's named Little River. Flows all the time, and the coyotes tend to stay close to those creeks, and you really hear them when the trains go by. I guess the train noises must hurt their ears from the squeaking on the high pitched noise from the wheels on the tracks. But because boy, they will really holler and carry on when the train's coming and when it's going by, y'all. It's scary. So that's one thing. Hi, Reverend Joe. How are you? Okay. Yes, we're going to enjoy them while they're young because they grow up so quick. And you know, when you're young, you don't realize how fast they're growing. But once you get older, you see it, boy. I'm glad to see you in here. Let's see. Let's see. I don't think I missed anything else. I was just checking to see. Yep. So, got that all going, guys, and we are trying our best to get everything out. Joey's going to pull out the camper and get it all. We'll get it out. I'm going to have to unplug it and let the refrigerator thaw out because I've had it on all this time and it's not a frost-free refrigerator. A lot of those camper refrigerators are not. And so I'm going to have to put some towels down and let it defrost. And then I could hang the towels back up, you know, put them in the wash after they wring out and dry out a little bit too. Have a lot of them there too. Yep. Yep. Let's see. Not yet ready to hire someone else. I don't blame you, Reverend Joe. I don't blame you at all. They say they don't attack people, but you know, I just don't know. They sure stand around and look. And they will attack dogs and small creatures, you know, and they're definitely killing off the rabbits around here. Hardly ever see a rabbit around here. I wish the doggone they could catch some of these squirrels around here because they get all of my pecans every year, guys. I bet I'll get a handful of pecans off of my 3 pecan trees. That's how bad the squirrels are. Well, I'll go on squirrel hunting rampage around here every so often, and when we do, I try to put them in the freezer and then make some stew, of some Brundrick stew or something with them, guys. Thing is about squirrels, you know, they get those darn wolves in them and stuff. So, let's see. They normally don't attack people. Do you have coyotes down there where you live, Jovita? I don't know whether y'all do or not. In South Texas, I would think they do in South Texas. Song about the squirrel? I don't know. Unless it's that one about, no, it wouldn't be that. I was thinking about Bullwinkle and, you know, the squirrel and Bullwinkle or whatever on the cartoon back back 100 years ago when I was a kid. I couldn't tell you what the song was then, though. But anyway, guys, just like bears, I've seen plenty in my day. One face to face, when it saw me, it ran faster than anything I've ever seen. Ooh, never heard of coyotes. Ooh, well, you're lucky then, because they're scary sounding. There's a Ray Stevens song about squirrels. Only Ray Stevens song I remember was "Look at oh, here he comes." You know, look at him. I don't know if you guys remember that about the streaker. It's the streaker. Y'all, I can't say. Y'all don't want to hear me try. Oh, Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. That's the one that I've always laughed about. That one's, it's my ankle. The Mississippi Squirrel Revival. Oh, was that Ray Stevens? I thought that was Cletus, whatever they called him. Bears can reach speeds of up to 35 miles an hour. You know, I have never seen a bear in the wild. And I've lived in the country my whole life. And I've seen bobcats. I've seen all kinds of other creatures around here, but I've never seen a bear. And I know we've got them, and I've never seen any bear tracks, even down around the creeks and all. And we played around here like little wild Indians when we were kids, guys. I mean, we were some rough youngins, so believe me, I can't even imagine not running across something like that at some point in time. Hey, Sheila, how are you? Good to see you in. But, guys, we don't have a whole lot longer. We have had so much going on. Sheila, I'm getting a new grandson. He will be here in September. So excited, so excited. Let's see. And there is a place up in Tennessee that they say the bears are all over this park, and it's a campground. And so I am wanting to go up there and camp and hopefully get some video and pictures of bears, because I've just never seen them in the wild. And they say you have to be real careful about leaving your foods out there, because they'll just come right in and break into your cars and things. So I'd have to be real careful, you know, there. But anyway, let's see. Missed something. Hope you enjoy him. Good night, Wheat. Poor Wheat and Charlie, y'all got to get in the bed. Poor little Charlie decides he has to get up about 4 o'clock every morning, guys. And Wheat has to go out with him because she's afraid something will get him. She's got a fenced-in yard, but you know, something could still get Charlie. Had to work tonight. Sheila said she had to work tonight. Bless your heart, Sheila. Yes, I'm super excited. Great grandson, not just a grandson. It'll be a great grandson. Yeah. But you guys, Paul, I don't know if you've seen my video of Wheat's tiny house, but you guys ought to check it out. It's gotten probably all told over 130 or 40,000 views. I just wish I'd have put it out when I was actually getting paid, because I didn't. I saw a wolverine in South Nevada mountains. Wow. The Wolverines are pretty rough characters. I think they're pretty bad, guys. They say the Wolverines are just about as bad as a bear. Those things can be very dangerous and bad about attacking too. And they will steal your food, meat especially, in a heartbeat. So I've never seen a Wolverine either, but we don't have Wolverines here. Like I say, I've seen bobcats. When I was a kid, we saw bobcats would be fighting right out here in the backyard. That's how country it was where I live now. This was my grandparents' house at that time. Thank you, Sheila. She said she saw Wheat's tiny house. Yeah, Wheat's tiny house is just something to see, guys. I'm telling you, Wheat is a special person, and she has just got that knack for making something out of nothing and making it just beautiful. And she can grow any kind of plant. So if I have any problems with anything, I call her. Okay, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong here? And she laughs at me and she tries to nurse me along with it. Most of the time it works, guys. Most of the time it works. But anyway, and they said they are not there. Yo, right. Trust the science. Ain't that the truth? Yep. Sheila says when she was little, they lived in Florida and they had a black panther in our backyard in a tree. Well, you know, everybody says there's no such things as panthers here, but just right over here, not 50 miles, not even 40 miles from where I live, it wasn't a black panther, but it was a regular lion, started climbing a tree that a hunter was in, and he shot the lion. And of course, you know, like any old good redneck country boy, he strapped that thing on the front of his Jeep and took it through town, showing people, look what I shot. He was climbing the tree after me. And doggone fate, it put him in jail. And claimed that he had escaped. They thought he had escaped because we're not supposed to have them this far up, you know, out of Florida and all. Well, this one had roamed up this far out of Florida. And because they proved it was a wild lion, not a domestic lion that had escaped. So that would be scary. Wouldn't that be scary? About 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, you're sitting up there half asleep in a tree stand, waiting on it to get daylight enough for you to be able to see if a deer, and you start hearing something down at the bottom of your tree and look down and there's a lion climbing up the tree. Yeah, I'd be scared. I would have shot him too. Poor guy, I don't know how he got out of it, but I mean, it was a big thing around here too. Everybody protested it because, I mean, what would you do? Would you just sit up there and say, get down, scat? What would you do? You know, and not right here where I am, but over in Thomaston, Georgia, there have been many cattle and other livestock that have come in with huge scratches on their backsides. And the people over there swear that they have seen a black cat. They call it booger bottom. That's what it's been nicknamed for years and years. And even to this day, they swear that it's not the Fish and Game say it's not a cat, it's not a panther, but it's doggone something because the pattern on it. I guess it could be a bear, but if it is, it's the bear that's killing a lot of livestock or damaging a lot of livestock, chasing them. So that would be a scary, scary thing, guys. But most of the time, those animals like that, if it's just you, unless you're something smaller, if there's more than one or two out there in the yard, they're not going to attack you. Bigfoot, it could be Bigfoot. You never know, Avita. You know, they claim that they're around here. Sometimes you get that feeling that there's something looking at you out here in these boondocks. But over in there, it would be very likely. I mean, there's something out there that's scratching those animals up. And it's too big a pattern for it to be just a domestic cat. And it's too big of a pattern and deep claw marks for it to be not something, you know, big. And it'll be on both hips like he's grabbed it from the backside, you know, trying to tack it or whatever. And so it's got to be something pretty good size that can reach around the backside of a cow or a horse or a donkey or whatever. It's not his fault, Havita, who says he don't dance. Yep, that's what they say, that the Bigfoots love to be in pine trees. And I don't know why, but they break real easily, so that may have something to do with it. But anyway, they there's something to that myth about Bigfoot or you know, whatever the creature is, the Yeti or whatever. You know, it's just according to what part of the country is, it has a different name. But it's got to be something out there because there's too many people not talk about it. There's too many centuries old, hundreds of years ago, that been talked about it, and all the Indian tribes talk about it. So, there's got to be some kind of truth to it, whether it be actually that or what. There's got to be something there. Well, guys, Vita just gave me that 5-minute warning. Let me get this drink out of my mouth. But I wanted to tell y'all, same old thing I always do. Appreciate y'all for coming in, spending an hour with me every Monday night. Sometimes it's interesting, sometimes it's boring, but we've always talked about something, guys. And anyway, y'all be nice to people, because we don't know what kind of situation they have in their lives and what they're going with. Yep. Anyway, so we don't know what's going on. Said he chased Bigfoot in California and never saw it. Well, you just never know, Bobby. You may have. There's a lot of stories about him over there. I've had the funny feeling out here when I was a kid that when my grandmother lived here, and I was hanging some clothes out. She had a clothesline out here in the back of the house, and I was hanging some clothes out for her because she didn't have a clothes dryer. And she had one of them old Ringer washing machines. And I was out there hanging out some clothes. And I just got this weird feeling that something was watching me. And I kept looking all around. And I never saw anything. But every so often you would hear something. And then you heard the birds fly off. So whatever it was out there. And it definitely scared the birds when it went by. So it was just kind of, I don't know what it was. It could have been a lot of different things. It could have been somebody hunting back there that wasn't supposed to be there. You know how that goes. Vita says her cousins witnessed a presence in the woods in central Maine. I've seen Sasquatch a few weekends ago. A family walked through the property. Unfortunately, didn't have his camera with. Yeah, that would have been great video. You couldn't have told how big they were with all the coverage. Y'all still got snow out there, don't you, Bill? Oh, Lordy. Yep, guys, we only got a couple of more minutes, but I appreciate all of y'all. Love you. Appreciate y'all coming in and checking out my channel, to watching my videos, and just supporting me the best you can. I am working hard at getting my 2,000. I'm at probably got about 1,910 or 15 subscribers right now. So I probably like about 80 or 90. But anyway, so y'all help me out, share them out. Be sure and give me that thumbs up, get me out there in the algorithm, and maybe we'll get another one. I will see a lot of y'all at the Texas Rendezvous, and trying to find the Hendersons. I know that's right. Them folks is rough. The Boggy Creek monster there. What a legend. Wow. You should tell us about that legend. I'll have to check that one out. I've heard of it, the Boggy Creek monster, but I didn't know that was a creature that's supposed to be right in that area where you guys are. That would be interesting. But guys, we're going to get out of here. We have got less than a minute left. We're going to get out of here. I want to tell y'all thanks again. Y'all come in, check us out again. I'll try to get a couple of videos out. Oh, by the way, I did do some videoing at the citrus farm. Hopefully, I can get it out there to y'all. Love y'all. We'll see you later. Thanks, Paul. Good night.